I mean, there's no other way to start today than to just say, what a wild ride this has been. This group of kids has exceeded the expectations of anybody, really at all times this year, and we are exceptionally proud to be here today, so welcome. If I would be remiss if I didn't start today from a point of gratitude. First of all, to the graduates for all your hard work, for giving us so many things to celebrate through the difficult moments of this year. I know I speak on behalf of all of the staff of TDP in thanking you for your hard work, your contributions to our community, both virtually and physically. Thank you to our leaders, Dr. Dumais, Mr. LaBelle, Dr. McGrath, for their ability to guide us through these unprecedented times while keeping us safe and as together as possible. We are grateful for your leadership and your ongoing support of TDP. Thank you to the families who have flexibly supported us and adjusted your schedules and the many changes to this year, including the many changes to this event. Your support and your trust of your children and us is very much appreciated. And most importantly, thank you to the staff of TDP. Some who are with us today, some who are watching online, and some who are likely very hard at work. This dedicated group of professionals has gone above and beyond to keep your children safe, learning, and happy. Normally, every year at graduation, I get the opportunity to extend these gratitudes publicly, but this year that gratitude really is next level. While our world got twisted upside down, the dedication of the staff of TDP kept our ship afloat and stayed connected to your students. So thank you, and welcome to everyone. Today we're here to celebrate the important accomplishments of our graduates, and as you know by now, in TDP we celebrate accomplishments both big and small. But this graduation is huge. You are graduating in a pandemic, and that is not something most everybody will be able to say in their lives. While celebrating today, please stay in your assigned seat. We will direct you when it's time to line up, and when students come up to the stage, you're welcome to move if you need to get a photo. And also, as always, you're welcome to take maskless photos outside. So without further ado, I welcome Dr. Dumais, our Executive Director, as our first speaker to address our graduates.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me today. Graduation in any year is a wonderful event. And so we're very, very happy to be here with you today, and congratulations on behalf of Cooperative Educational Services. For students, we try to create the most authentic experiences for you so that when you graduate, you're not shocked when you get out of school. And as a parent myself, with a senior in high school and a junior, I know that there's really a fine balance between how much we want to put our kids through and how much we would like to help our kids through. So the interesting thing about this year was none of us had any choice. And you were amazing. And one of the most important things that comes out of this year is that when things get hard and stressful, you see around you who cares about you the most. And you realize that you can't do things by yourself. So the support that you received from your family, the support you received from school, hopefully was obvious to you and is an indication for who you should rely on as you move forward. An important thing about school, and as you know in most of your home districts, C.E.S, the TDP program, was open every day this year. And that took a huge effort by staff and families and students. And hopefully you realize through that how much the teachers here care about you. So congratulations on behalf of our organization. We're very, very happy for you and wish you huge success. And I can't believe I have to wipe this down.
All the new things we've learned this year. Sanitizing, contact tracing, lots of new skills. Next, I'd like to welcome up Dr. McGrath, our Director of Special Education.
It does make for an awkward transition, winding down the microphone. Thank you all. And good morning to our graduates and their their families, and to our faculty, the staff, and to our leaders here on the stage with me. We welcome you and thank you so much for being here today. And it truly is great to see you here today. It really is so, so good that we are all here. I've given dozens of speeches at events like this one and have used that line in almost every speech. Today it really means something. It means something much more. Just 3 weeks ago, we were not able to have an event like this with guests. Most of you would not have been able to be here. The insidious virus that has taken so much from us nearly robbed us of the opportunity to gather together and celebrate this most important accomplishment. But it didn't. We persevered. We are here. We made it. Graduates, you made it. I'll bet the current situation is a simile for your entire school experience. The highs and the lows, the uncertainty, the anxiety, the frustration, and the hope that one day things will get better. You probably felt like this at times in your home schools and maybe even here at C.E.S. And at times you thought you'd never see this day. And while your road might have been bumpy, you did not stop. You reached this important destination on your journey. The songwriter Brenda Russell wrote, "You can reach me by railway, and you can reach me by trailway. It doesn't matter how you get here, just get here." Well, congratulations to all of us, because we got here. And most importantly, graduates, you got here. You did it. Remember these words in tough times. Your journey continues, and you are ready to face difficult days, knowing that you've made it through this most challenging of periods. Nothing can stop you. You are graduates. Smile wide and be proud. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you. Sensation.
It's all very true. Thank you, Dr. McGrath. As I said before, in TDP, we celebrate all kinds of accomplishments, big and small. Each graduation, we highlight 2 graduates who stand out amongst the group. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Katz and Mr. Katz from our program administrator from the 40 Lindeman campus, who has a couple of awards to present to some of his students.
Thank you, Mrs. Wilson, and we want to recognize all the graduates, but the 2 that are coming to the stage, we want to give special recognition to. So I'll give them some time, part of the COVID fun in terms of the transitions as well. But I would like to start off by bringing Kellen Neely up to the stage as the TDP recipient for the Academic Effort Award. Kellen is being recognized for his ability to follow directions, his consistent academic performance across all academic subjects, and his ability to accept feedback. We are all very proud and congratulate Kellen for his achievements here at TDP. Congratulations, Kellen. Great job, Kellen. Now we're going to recognize Mark Cross as the TDP recipient of the Academic Excellence Award. Mark, if you want to come up to the stage. So congratulations, Mark. Mark is respected by all staff and peers for his inquisitive nature, insightful commentary, and passion to succeed. During his time at TDP, Mark was a consistent honor roll recipient and demonstrated a propensity to thrive in the humanities. Congratulations, Mark, for all of your accomplishments in receiving this honor. Thank you very much, and Ms. Wilson, if you want to come up.
Thank you, Mr. Katz, and congratulations to Kellen and Mark. It is my true honor to welcome Mark back up, to the mic, as he's going to be our graduation speaker for today. Mark has been a part of our TDP family for a very long time, and I know him in all of his accomplishments from his teachers over the years. So we're really excited to welcome him here and to hear. Good to see you. Welcome.
Did you know that 99.9% of scientists agree that today is in fact June 4th? I know, it's crazy. Don't ask me what the other 0.1% are thinking, but they're probably the same people who don't believe that every 60 seconds in Africa a minute passes. Imagine that. Only in Africa though. America goes by the customary system. On a slightly more serious note, hello everyone, I'm Mark Cross, and as you can probably guess, I'm a graduating senior here at C.E.S. I'd like to start off by thanking the people closest to me. Thank you to my parents, of course, for, being my parents. For raising me and creating me, and for teaching me, and overall for just being a beyond irreplaceable part of my life. Thank you to my two older sisters watching on stream, Elizabeth and Grace. You know who you are. I really do appreciate you guys, even if the laws of sibling rivalry pretty much demand that I shouldn't tell you guys that. Shh. Mother Nature doesn't need to know. Thank you to all my other extended family for always supporting us and being there for us, even if I personally didn't always know it. And thank you to all my teachers for being among the most supportive and influential figures in my life, and for always ensuring that you guys weren't just saying things, that I was retaining those things. And thank you to all my classmates, past and present, for being my dear friends and for helping make school a better place than ever would have been possible without you. I forgot to mention thank you to my third sister, Olivia. Also thank you to all you guys for coming out here, of course. And I believe most importantly, thank you to all the higher-ups here at C.E.S. for making such vast and repeated efforts to make school as interactive a place as it could possibly be, especially during COVID. Next up, I want to say that I'm different, and my classmates are as well. My fellow graduates, 8th graders, seniors alike, are also different. It's CES. It did exist to give different people a place to go. But that doesn't mean we want to be treated differently. We don't want to be coddled or looked down on, treated like a child any more than you do. There are so many people that I've met who have treated me completely normally until they heard two simple words: I'm autistic. And suddenly, everything else about me was thrown out the window, completely forgotten about, erased from the pages of history, if you will. After that single, innocuous quote, autistic was all I became to those people. Now don't get me wrong, autism isn't the only disorder to get this kind of treatment. People all over the world who have other sorts of disorders, ADHD, OCD, or bipolar disorder, or any number of others, tend to get similar treatment. Needless to say, we don't want that. We don't want to be treated differently. Sorry, I'm going off the script here. we don't want our abnormalities to define us any more than all of you, like we wouldn't want your normality to define you. Treat others the way you want to be treated, no matter how different they may be from you. You can never know for sure how your treatment of other people may affect them, so isn't it just best to play it safe and treat everyone with respect? Alright, wow, that took way longer than I expected, so let's cut to the chase. There's a lot of negativity in the world around us that we could focus on, not possibly more than ever criticism of it from COVID-19. We haven't been able to go on field trips. The only way we could interact with students outside of our home rooms was through Google Meets, which had us in an academic 90% of the time anyways. I mean, you guys get the idea. It's COVID. You don't need me to explain it to you. I could go on all day, but what would be the point in that? What do we have to gain by dwelling on such negatives? I want you to take a second to just take a step back, slow down a bit, and think logically about this. What do we accomplish by being negative that we don't accomplish or even exceed by just being positive? People seem to have a habit of telling themselves that's not that simple or it won't work out like that, but to be honest, whether or not that's true is entirely up to you. You're the only one who can make it happen, and you can focus on the bright side. most iconic effect of positivity is, without a doubt, the feel-good factor. The principle is simple. Making others feel good makes us feel good too. Yet, despite this, I notice people not paying attention to it surprisingly often. This manifests itself in a number of different ways. People laughing at other people's pain or misery, making jokes that are designed to make fun of other people or to put them down, stuff like that. And if you've known me in school over the past year, you're probably calling me a hypocrite, because, yeah, I'm guilty of both those things, and then some. But that's why I feel I'm qualified to say that that kind of negativity is dangerous. Especially when you can justify it to yourself by saying, it's just a joke. I don't mean it, it's not true. Speaking from experience, particularly for those of us whose brains haven't fully developed yet, it's not just a joke. It's more than that. It conditions your brain into thinking those things out of habit, whether the situation calls for it or not. Oftentimes, we don't even realize that we're thinking about serious things in a joking manner, which can easily turn into a vicious cycle. So if you see yourself fitting that kind of description, then my advice to you is to be mindful of it, to catch yourself if you start going off the rails, to work on reeling yourself back in, and speaking from experience yet again, don't give in to peer pressure. Just because your friends are doing something doesn't mean you should do it too. I think we can all agree that negativity itself is unavoidable, and that there will always be pain and suffering in the world. But the last thing I want to talk to you about is finding your own way to deal with that. Using myself as an example yet again, I'm a Catholic, and as such, I believe that pain exists to be offered up to God for the good of souls, and the good of others, those around us. So find something personal to you to help handle negativity, much like my religion is very personal to me. And mind you, it doesn't have to be a religion. It could be anything. It could be taking some time alone, talking to a friend, distracting yourself. As long as it works for you and isn't harming anyone, go for it. Experiment, try new things, see which strategies work and which ones don't. Give things a chance. Trust me, things that seem like they shouldn't work out in theory might be better than you expect in practice. Well, that's all I wanted to talk about today. If you're going to take one thing away from this speech, let it be this. Don't let negativity get to you. I know there's a lot of it floating around, but it doesn't have to control you. Find your own way to motivate yourself, to stay positive and kind, and to leave this world a better place than you entered it, and to live by these words of Winston Churchill. You make a living by what you get, but you make a life by what you give. So let's get out there and make some lives. Let's unite ourselves, regardless of mental disorders or abnormalities or our differences, and forge a brighter future to walk towards, hand in hand. All right, thank you for listening, everyone. May God bless us all, especially our 2021 graduates.
Thank you, Mark. That was perfect. It really was. Definitely made me well up. Next, we're going to welcome up our graduates from the Oakview campus. So I'd like to introduce Mr. Connor, who will introduce our teachers and our 12th grade graduates.
Thank you, Mrs. Wilson. I first want to start off by saying thank you to all of the families and the support staff, providers, everyone in attendance today for being here. Leadership here at C.E.S. as well for an amazing school year and helping our students get to this point, especially our seniors this year. So to begin the ceremony, I'd first like to bring up Julie Neal and her graduate this year, Kiana Jackson Gomez.
If you know me, or if you've spent any time in my classroom, you know that I'm a huge fan of the Dave Matthews Band. Sorry, I'm so used to this. As Dave says, troubles may come and go, but good times, they're the gold. And Kiana, we definitely had some good times during your tenure at CES, and I hope that you never forget them. But today, celebrate we will, because life is short but sweet for certain. And there's nothing better than watching you graduate today and get ready for the next chapter of your life. You've put in the work, persevered when things were thrown at you, and gotten yourself to this day. We are all extremely proud of you, and we'll miss your bright smile, your kind heart, and your love of all things gum and candy. Best wishes on your next adventure at Oxford Academy of Hair Design. Maybe you'll be my hairdresser. Congratulations on graduating today.
Next up, I'd like to introduce Megan Mastracchio and her graduate, Ricardo Lopez.
Good morning. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And with thee one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could. Ricardo, when you came to C.E.S, you were that traveler. You were unsure of where your life was going, and what the remainder of your education would look like. You persevered, you gave it your best effort, and where those two roads diverged in the wood, you took the one less traveled by. That has made all the difference. It wasn't always easy. However, last year showed us that you were determined to make the best of a difficult situation. You kept traveling, and you have reached your goal of high school graduation, and we are so proud of you. I want to thank Ricardo's parents for all of their support for these past 2 years. We've really enjoyed them tremendously. Congratulations.
Next up, I'd like to introduce Michelle Vitale and her two graduates, Tyrese Jones and William Lilly.
Well, thanks. So I had the pleasure of being the remote teacher for these two wonderful graduates this year. And we made it, guys. We did it. Tyrese, I want to congratulate you for making it through all of remote learning. Although we missed your smile in the classroom this year, you still made us smile even on the hardest days. But I think I'll miss your Marvel movie trivia the most. My hope is that you continue to surround yourself with people who support you and want to see you succeed. It has been an absolute pleasure being your teacher the past 2 years. Congratulations. Well, it's definitely been a year full of multitasking, to say the least. Your determination and perseverance has brought you to this stage today. When things get difficult, I want you to remember that there's always a path that can lead you to where you want to be, even if that path looks different than other people. Be proud of yourself and all your hard work. Congratulations.
Next, we'll welcome up our graduates from the 40 Lindemann campus. We have a few more of them, so we'll give them an extra second to come up. And Mr. Katz will come back up and introduce his teachers and graduates.
Thank you, Mrs. Wilson. I'd like to start off by saying how proud we are of all 11 TDP 40 graduates. We couldn't have gotten to this point without all the staff, students, parents, coaches, siblings. This is such a joyous day, and as we think back to where we were in August, to be at the point where we are at graduation today, it has been such a long journey, and I've been so impressed by all of the perseverance of all the students. So we will start off with Megan Oskin's class and her three graduates, Jack Cazarro, Kellen Neely, and Miranda Madero.
Everyone, thank you so much for coming. I had the pleasure of working with three graduates this year, and it was absolutely wonderful. The first graduate that I would like to welcome is Jack Cazarro. Jack has been a member of our community for over they have grown and matured into one of the brightest and funniest humans that I know. It has been such a pleasure to watch the evolution of Jack. I know this might feel a little bit like an ending for you, Jack, but I'm pretty sure this is just the very beginning of your story. We're going to do wonderful things. Congratulations on graduating. The next graduate I would like to welcome is Miranda Madero. I have to be very honest with all of you. I have loved being Miranda's teacher. I absolutely loved it. Yes, she is an exceptional student, and she has been from day one. She's always been an exceptional student. But it's more than just her phenomenal writing skills. It's more than her fierce organizational skills. She's a thinker. Miranda's a thinker, and she's a question asker, and she challenges norms, and she questions the status quo regularly. And I admire that very, very much. I think we need more people like that, truthfully. I'm so excited for your future, Miranda. You're already making the world a better place just by being who you are, so just keep up the great work. Congratulations. And my final graduate, excuse me, this morning is Kellen Neely. Kellen joined us just a few months before we went into lockdown. And it was obvious right from the start that Kellen was a perfect fit for our program. Kellen's academic performance over the last year really served to just simply confirm that. Throughout all of the ambiguity and the uncertainty that we have dealt with in this past year, Kellen has remained consistent. He consistently shows up. He's present, he is positive, and he always tries his hardest no matter what. He also is consistently treating people with respect and dignity, which is really, really important. Kellen, I feel so blessed to have had you as a student. I feel so lucky to be on stage with you right now. Thank you for everything you did for this classroom this year. We are all so proud of you. Congratulations. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Hoskins. And next up, we are going to have Bridget Lundgren and her graduate, Hale Fritz.
There are many special things about Hale. Here are just a few. Their style, like no other, often enhanced with their own needle and thread. Their unparalleled sticker collection, if you see her cap later, they can transform into works of art. They can take care of plants, at least for a little while. In addition, thanks to Hale, I now know the song Hey Ya promotes healthy growth. They can write a story where the main character is a $5 jacket, and it will make the reader laugh out loud. They can lead a slug drawing party, and others will actually follow. And best of all, they are kind and empathetic and funny. It has been my honor and privilege to be your teacher for your senior year of high school. Congratulations, Jack.
Thank you, Mrs. Lundgren. And now for our biggest group of graduates, Diana Foley's classroom, and we'd like to bring up Nadia Dombrowski, Madison Henninger, Stephen Savastos, and we will be recognizing Lo Holzweiss and Caitlin Kupek.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. Our whole virtual classroom team is extremely proud of all the graduates today. Nadia, you are thoughtful, creative, and a sensitive student who pushed yourself to complete challenging classes and make strides towards your goal this year. Throughout your time here at CES. Your hard work will continue to pay off in all you do in your future. Continue to utilize your supports and stand up for what you believe in. Congratulations, Nadia. Madison, you are motivated and determined and have kept us on our toes these last several years. We've seen you set goals and reach them, both personally and academically. You've put your mind to using your supports and had numerous successes throughout your time here at CES. Best of luck on your next adventure. Congratulations, Madison. Stephen, you are determined. You've set goals this year and pushed through. You got jobs and stuck them out. You logged on to classes, and we witnessed your determination as you completed your assignments. Continue to believe in yourself as you venture out onto the next chapter of your life. Congratulations, Lo, you are artistic, creative, and caring. You have utilized your supports and were driven to have success this year. You have persevered through ups and downs and reached this goal. Continue to move forward in kindness. Congratulations, Lo. Caitlin, you are a truly creative writer, an artist, and a genuinely kind human being. Your sweet compliments and gratitudes towards peers and staff brightened our days and will surely be missed in the classroom. We look forward to seeing how your creative expression shines through next. Congratulations on this tremendous achievement, Caitlin.
And last but not least, for the TDP 40 graduates, Megan Scam's classroom, Mason Couder and Mark Cross.
Hi everyone. I've had the pleasure of working with two fantastic seniors this year. My first senior is Mason. Mason is a creative individual who inspires us with his creativity and wit. During his year with us, he has demonstrated his ability to use this creativity and sense of humor to overcome obstacles and become more flexible with himself and others. Mason, we are so proud of you and wish you all the best in your next adventure. Congratulations. My next graduate is a familiar face. Thank you. Mark Ross. Mark is a diligent and hardworking individual who always works to put his best effort into every aspect of what he does. Mark, I just wanted to say how proud I am of you. I have known you for quite a few years, and at this point have seen you grow and thrive so much in that time. Congratulations, Mark.
And that's all the TDP 40 graduates for the 2021 class. And congratulations to all the TDP graduates.
Give everybody a second to get back to their seats, but in TDP we have a long tradition of ending our graduation ceremonies with a slideshow, and some of our 12th grade graduates have been with us for quite a few years, so it's definitely a trip down memory lane. So enjoy. We're going to just have a quick pause while we make sure that we can get the slideshow on the stream, so let's just take a moment. much to celebrate. I know I started today by talking about that, but you can just see all the little tiny accomplishments that have added up to this big accomplishment. So we really are so proud of all that you all have done, that we have worked together to get to this moment. So thank you to everyone that's in this room, those of you watching at home, in classrooms. This is teamwork at its finest. So. Before we go, I'd like to say that this special group of students entering the world of adulthood at an important time in the world. In a world where things can be complicated, I ask that you take the lessons you have learned during your time at TDP to make this world a better place. I ask that you stay true to yourself, are kind to others, and most importantly, kind to yourself. In stressful situations or moments, remember that they are just moments, and moments come and go. Keep your head up, focus on the good, and enjoy the ride. This is a stepping stone along your life's journey. As the Oprah quote in your program says, your life journey is about learning to become more of who you are and fulfilling the highest, truest expression of yourself as a human being. Today is for celebration, and tomorrow, as you step into the start of your next part of that journey, let kindness guide your way. Thank you again to everyone for your patience this year. Please join me in one last round of applause for all the graduates' hard work and your hard work. We're going to just ask that the graduates and staff exit first, and then we ask our guests to exit following them. And again, you're welcome to take pictures outside if you want to see beautiful smiles. Thank you all.